Choose your way for victory. Choose your way for victory on hard for Montezuma campaign for scenario La Noche Triste.
Passed down to you by Cuauhtemoc, prisoner of Tenochtitlan. The next omen we did not see, but heard. The voice of a weeping woman who cried in the night that she could not hide her children. Indecision plagued Emperor Montezuma. Was this man Quetzalcoatl, or was he just a man? As the emperor brooded, the citizens grew restless. Cortés kept a close watch on the emperor, and soon Montezuma became a prisoner in his own palace. Thus did the Spanish take Tenochtitlan without a siege. The Spanish collected all of the gold they could find. They were not interested in our art or ornaments, but merely melted down the gold for the return to Spain. They also outlawed any further sacrifice to the gods. When the priests protested, they were killed. The citizens and warriors of Tenochtitlan were enraged. We knew, even if our emperor did not, that these men were not gods. Riots broke out in the marketplace and at the palace. When Montezuma himself appeared on the walls urging the Aztecs to be at peace, the people threw stones at him. It was time to remove these so-called gods from Tenochtitlan.
Yep, pretty great to know about that, and it certainly will be a very interesting scenario. It's a very dramatic part of the history of Central America. But in that scenario, we're going to take a very cheesy approach, and we can actually do a powerful attack and manage to fend off the scenario pretty quickly. I believe we can handle it. Okay, so destroy the Spanish wonder to enter influence on Tenochtitlan. So in Tenochtitlan, we will need to actually go back to the city. And then we're gonna try to do an uprising against the Spanish. So the Aztecs are restricted abolition limit of 100. You need to sneak around Spanish and Tlaxcala soldiers until you're ready to fight. Use your regal warriors to scout path ahead. Use a pikeman and skirmisher to fight any Spanish conquistador. It's acceptable to damage the buildings of Tenochtitlan. You can rebuild later. But okay, so it's basically we against everyone else. There is also conqueror Aztecs that we should fight. And we start with a single Aztec Jaguar warrior. He's pretty strong, and we have no idea who he is. He's probably the narrator, but we're not entirely sure. He must get forced on the shores of Lake Texcoco before venturing there on Tenochtitlan. There are Taxla for Red that gather forces around along the north shore of the lake and along the castways. They have many wars and few months. The Spanish will occupy Tenochtitlan. They have conquistador, mercenaries, minerals, and it can be a trouble for us.
I must make my way back to Tenochtitlan and end the Spanish influence there. But how? Out of my way, pig.
He's pretty strong, by the way. 10 plus 22. So let's keep moving. But we do not have extra HP, by the way, so we should be careful. We should keep exploring here, and as you can see, there's some Jaguar warriors, and if you keep going there, you're probably gonna die. Let me check here. Believe that it did not change.
Truly need to free Tenochtitlan, then we will fight alongside you. Many Aztecs are held prisoner to the north. They will join us as well.
Okay, so we got two houses here. Now let's go.
There are transports on the beach ahead, but they are guarded. We will need several Aztec warriors to defeat them.
So let's go. Let's utilize the power of your Jaguar Warrior. Okay, he's not that powerful, but yeah, we could make basically everyone else here super okay with their health. So let's go, and we will not cross here. We're gonna try to insert ourselves. Amazing. No ballistics? Okay, that's good for us. So as you can see here is the conquered Aztecs, and we had a pretty disgusting fight. Not really my best picks, but still okay. And fortunately, the Jaguar Warriors were not triggered. So now we're gonna use them. Our band here. Our band of warriors gonna go straight to the Wonder. So as you can see, here he is, some Spanish here. Them two temples, actually from the conquered Aztecs. Okay, so we lost our Jaguar Warrior buffet, but we're gonna destroy it.
The Spanish thought that Tenochtitlan was theirs, but they did not count on the strength and courage of Aztec warriors.
That was it. We made it. That's a pretty interesting strategy, very valid. I hope that they add an achievement about that in the future, because it's so cool. That's it, GG.
The Spanish called it La Noche Triste, which meant the night of sorrows in their language. At first, the Spanish barricaded themselves in our homes and palaces, but we continuously attacked their quarters. With stones, slings and arrows, we drove the Spanish and Tlaxcalans through the streets of Tenochtitlan and across the 3 bridges and over the walls into Lake Texcoco. Thousands died. Those Spanish that were not killed by macanas or javelins were drowned by the weight of the treasure they refused to leave behind. Tenochtitlan lay in ruin, but the city was ours again. Many brave Aztec warriors died that night as well, including noble Montezuma. The Spanish claimed that our own people had killed him with thrown stones. Thus, it was a night of sorrows for us as well. So says Cuauhtémoc, defender of Tenochtitlan.
That was a very fast battle, but we made it. So 10 units killed and 15 lost. and there's some funky spots there that you can actually be hit by the castles. But yeah, that is very good. 2 villager high, okay. And here he is, our destruction of wonder here. GG, and it would be a very long fight. You're actually going to go here. Then you can try to attack straight here and try to break here, or you can pick up this and come back here, and then you advance towards again the city. Very complex scenario, but very cool as well, because there is some hidden spots, hidden tricks that you can do here. So GG, and thanks for watching, and I see you next time.